Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Hangout portion of our social cafe. And today we are featuring Joshua Parkinson from Post Planner. Josh, I never know to say, like I say Josh, calling you by name, but Josh.
Either one. It's fine.
Okay, all right, excellent. And we also have Eileen Smith. So welcome to both of you.
Hi.
Hello.
Great to be here.
So, Josh, why don't you go ahead for the people that have never heard of Post Planner and have never, I can't imagine that people haven't heard of you and haven't heard of Post Planner, but let's just pretend that somebody out there hasn't. And go ahead and introduce yourself and your tool.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Josh. I'm the founder of Post Planner. Post Planner is a social media tool. It helps you discover amazing content, predict which content will perform well on social media, and then publish it, schedule it out into the future, and then after that, even republish it if you want to set things to republish. So those are the four main things we do, and if you put all those together, it just helps you grow. So it grows your followers, grows your fans, and helps you go large on social.
I vote for that. I think Eileen does too. Eileen's like one. I told you before when we were talking. I've been talking to Eileen a lot, and she's like one of your biggest fans. Is that fair to say that, Eileen?
Yes, absolutely. I love me some Post Planner, and Josh is all right.
See that smile, Josh?
Big supporter. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, before I forget, because I'll remember like the last 30 seconds after we've all said goodbye, but you still have the link where people can try it for free, right? Is it postplanner.com/social cafe?
Yes, I believe so. I didn't check that before this, but
obviously I didn't either, but
sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll put it in the description so we can both check it after we go off air and then people are watching it. And you know what? I talked to Scott this week. Was it last Friday? I think it was. It's almost a week ago.
He's been doing consultations, and he said that he had a great one with you.
Oh, good. He had to say that. No, I didn't pay him, I promise. But I know that's kind of random, but why don't you start by telling us about the consultations? Because that's something, I wanted to try it before I talked to you. I think that's a great service that I didn't know about until a week ago.
Yeah, mainly for us, it's about getting more information about our customers. We definitely want to reach out and help them get started and moving and getting results from the app. But it's also, so it's definitely for them, but it's also for us because Scott gets to ask a lot of questions about, what they're struggling with, why they decided to seek out a solution like Post Planner, what their goals are, really what the jobs they're hiring Post Planner to do are. The more we know about those things, the better we can make the product and the better we can market it. So it's kind of value both ways. We help our customers, but we also help ourselves.
I can see where you can get a lot of feedback that way. And he shared, was it Kim Garst that has the, where she takes the quotes and uses Canva and creates quote images?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Kim kills it.
And I think you shared that on the, we did a Web Tools TV interview, and then Scott was there. I'm like, I keep hearing about Kim and all this wonderful stuff she's doing for Post Planner.
Yeah, Kim's had some massive results, like just out of this world results. Some of her images that she's created based upon stuff that she's found in Post Planner has just got millions and millions of reach. I mean, she has one post that has like 1.5 million shares, and so you can imagine that's reached like 50 million, 80 million people, like the whole population of Germany, for example. And it was for free. She didn't pay Facebook anything for that reach. So she has a lot of good examples like that we like to talk about, definitely.
That's excellent. And Eileen, I don't know if you've seen the Web Tools TV, but I would go through all of that. You guys have to check out the interview with Josh there, where he has got, wow, Josh, your life story, your life travel. I mean, I'm just listening to you talk about the population of Germany going, you're full of like random data like this that I find really fascinating.
I used to live in Germany, so it's the one that comes to my head.
That's a good one. And Eileen, I'm sure that you have insights and questions, so let me hand it over to you and let you share or ask.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say how much I absolutely just love using Post Planner. I think I have sort of a unique case because I'm using it for myself, my own social media. I also use it for my daughter. She has a web design business, which is lighter, creative. Nice. But then I also use it for my day job. And at my day job, we have a lot of more B2B type things. So it's harder to find content for those things, but not with Post Planner. And Post Planner makes it so much easier. So we're talking like construction and environmental causes and things like that. It's much easier to find that content in Post Planner. So I'm really glad. And what I want to hear more about from Josh is about the new Instagram feature. I don't think the last time, in fact, and for those who don't know, I've done like 3 tutorials on Post Planner that I have up on YouTube, but I haven't done one yet about the Instagram integration. So maybe Josh can tell us more about that.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, we've been working on that for a really long time, and we finally pushed it out this week live to everybody. And really what it is, you know, if you guys know Post Planner, it's one of the most powerful things you can do in the app is discover content. And we up until now, we've only allowed Facebook feeds and Twitter feeds and blog feeds into the app where you can discover content via those feeds. But we just recently added Instagram feeds, and the cool thing is that we've not only added accounts, so you can go in there and you could add your own account, you could add your own, it's basically your handle. You can add a handle in there of you or any of your friends, and then you can instantly see the top performing Instagram posts from that particular account. That's pretty cool. So you can, you know, check out what's really happening on the people that you follow. But also you can add hashtags, and this is just like opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. You can add very specific hashtags, very general ones, and we apply our same rating system. You know, we grade or give scores to all of the content that we show on the app. And our scoring system's just a basic 5-star system. And so we're, you know, going out into Instagram, and via the hashtag you put in there, we're finding all the recent photos that are using that hashtag, and then we apply our scoring algorithm to them, and, you know, basically rank them against their peers and show you the best posts and images that have used that hashtag. And I was just talking with Eileen before we got on here, and I was just mentioning how fun it is. Like, it's great to do your job and find content, and you can get huge results with it, and that's obviously like our main business case and use case. But with this new feature, it's actually really fun to go in. Like, so for example, I'm a snowboarder and a climber. That's the kind of things I like to do in my spare time. And so I'm going in there and I'm putting in like all these climbing hashtags and all these snowboarding hashtags like big air and stuff like that. And I'm finding all these amazing photos from people that I've never followed on Instagram. And so you can really kind of get granular like that. I like nature a lot. I even put in grizzly bear, you know, hashtag grizzly bear. And I got just a ton of really interesting photos. And I was saying before that it's like opening up a window out into the world, because, you know, you just put this hashtag in, and then suddenly you see like 50 really high-performing photos with that hashtag, and they're like such a variety to them. It's really a rich experience. So that's really what we've been doing, and, you know, the business case for it is to go out there and, you know, you can do things like hashtag quotes or hashtag quote or hashtag wisdom, stuff like that, and you can find some really high-performing quotes on images. And as you guys know, quotes on images do really well on social media, so you can kind of vet those things inside of Post Planner via these Instagram feeds, and then you can either, you know, share those images as they are, or you can create your own like branded images. This is what some, you know, people like Kim Garst do with our app. They go out, they find an awesome quote, they put their brand on there, they share it, they get, you know, thousands of shares and lots of reach. So this just opens up a whole new opportunity to do that via Instagram.
I can see where that would work really well for you, Arlene, with the construction hashtag on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I think I have concrete and cement are a couple of the
hashtag
cement. And one more thing that I wanted to mention that I really love about Post Planner is that you have all these integrations like the Canva integration, which is really great. But one of my favorites is the share bar. And the reason I love the share bar, anybody who doesn't know what the share bar is in Post Planner, it's a way that you have a share bar at the top of the page anytime you share a link. And personally, I like to use them only when I'm sharing my own links. But you add your call to action there, and you get to build your email list that way. And that's working great for me. And then I have some online courses. I'm sending people to the online courses with that share bar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Yeah, it's an interesting feature. It just allows you to add a toolbar to the top of any content that you share. So you could share a blog post from someone else's blog, and when someone goes there, they can still read the blog post just like normal, but they just see your branded toolbar at the top, and you can customize that however you'd like. You can put a call to action on there. You can put an email capture form in there. So yeah, it's pretty useful. I'm glad you're making use of it.
Yeah, actually, I have a tutorial for that too. So that's one of those YouTube videos that I was talking about.
Josh, have you seen Eileen's tutorials?
Oh yeah, I was just telling Eileen that she just made one recently, and I went and started watching it. And Eileen is, as you guys can tell, she has this awesome voice. And so when she's like talking really slow and smoothly about Post Planner, I'm just like, I just want to close my eyes and just listen.
I told her one time, didn't I say it reminds me of like coming home from school and you've got the cookies and the chocolate milk, and I just want to just like snuggle in and.
Yeah,
Thanks,
nice.
guys.
And I'm sorry, I forgot my manners. I went right to construction hashtag. Thank you, Josh, for sharing all that. I just got so excited. I'm thinking, oh wait, Eileen could use this for her day job.
Yep, I do.
And Scott,
I already do.
Scott was sharing that he has a Bigfoot. Is that right? Bigfoot page and all these different. It comes in handy for that.
Yeah, you can imagine. I mean, there's just such a variety of things that you can search, and Instagram's so massive now. It has such a huge and engaged user base that there just are millions of people posting, millions, billions of photos all the time, and all of them. So many people are using hashtags, so it's really like it's this kind of new form of search that wasn't even possible a couple years ago. And now you just have like full coverage of the entire world and the whole spectrum of subjects, and you can get pretty creative with these hashtags, put them into Post Planner, and you just can find just the craziest stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? Another thing I do remember, I did watch that video where you interviewed Josh before. It just dawned on me because you have loaded up all those suggested status updates in there, and I love using those because, for one thing, you want to engage with people when you are on Facebook. But I got to be honest, I'm using them off of Facebook for the most part. I'm using them. Even the quotes that are in there and the sayings. That's another way I can just search for something that I know will be safe for work, because like one of the other topics we cover is energy. So anything on it. So it could be any quote. It could be from 200 years ago or whatever, but it has the word energy in it. Yeah. And as long as it's safe for work, that makes it easy, because you have to mix up your content. You can't always share images. You can't always share video. You can't always share links.
Yeah,
you have
totally
to, and that's when it's good. And it's nice to ask questions sometimes, but a lot of times I don't have time to answer those questions, so I don't want to ask too many questions. So I like to just share a quote without a picture or anything, and believe it or not, I get a lot of likes on that.
Yeah, I think people are overwhelmed by images now. Like Facebook has become so image and video heavy, and even the links. Recently in the last year, they've made all links these big landscape image links. So it's very image heavy. Facebook is, and that's I think that's its move toward being more mobile friendly and a better experience on mobile. But I think it kind of leaves an opportunity for to do a really nice text update. It's kind of surprising and refreshing, I think, to people to see on Facebook. So I think they perform well, and if you know, fill in the blanks and questions, they always, you know, if you have an engaged audience, then they will provoke a nice discussion if you choose one of the good ones.
You know, I think the questions are really good for people who have Facebook groups. I think it's really good to always have a question, and even if I don't use the question exactly the way it is in Post Planner, it gives me an idea.
Yeah, totally.
Because it'll be like, okay, I know I can ask because this is like the 2015 twist on whatever the thing was, or what's happening, or maybe somebody updated their software or something. I can use what I found in Post Planner and then just twist that question a little. And that's great to post in the groups because, you know, in the groups, that's where you really want to have your interaction and all of that. For me, I find more value in the Facebook groups, but it also works on Twitter. And, yeah, that's another thing. We haven't really talked about Twitter that much so far, is that, you know, Post Planner lets you share to Twitter. I just love that tool.
I'm loving this, Eileen, because I was going in there like I'm putting the mascara on going, you know, I could just sit back because I know that Eileen will have questions for Josh, and I'm just going to enjoy watching this. But
I was so glad when you said I'm interviewing Josh. I'm like, can I come? I'll be
there. But back to you, Josh.
Awesome. Yeah, and you know, we just started posting to Twitter with the new, you know, we updated our whole app, took it outside of Facebook. We've had this out for a couple months now, and we are both posting to Twitter. But what I'm really excited about, and what I've seen really great results with, as far as Twitter goes and Post Planner, is that, you know, we've built this composer where you create your posts in Post Planner. And it automatically, so if you add any link to the composer, it automatically pulls that featured image, the one that would normally, if you shared it in Facebook, would be that big landscape image that posts with your link. It takes that same image and posts it on Twitter as a photo. So basically, you can make sure that all of your tweets that go out have images with them, even if they're, you know, a link post, a post to some blog post. And we found that tweets with images get way more engagement than, you know, tweets without images. So you know, I'm really excited about the possibilities of, you know, posting images like that to Twitter, because I've seen it firsthand how much engagement it gets. I don't know if you've noticed the same thing, Eileen.
Oh, absolutely. I've had my daughter's team. She has some talented designers on the team, and so they made some images for me for Twitter, and oh my gosh, very, very good engagement with those. So now I do have a question, and I just thought of it just now. Okay. Is there any chance that we'll ever be able to upload video to Post Planner?
Yeah, you can upload video now. It's not like totally optimized, but we will make that better. And not only that, but we are very soon adding a viral videos section. So just like there's photos, just like there's articles and status ideas, very soon we're going to have viral videos. So you'll be able to just instantly reshare videos that you find via feeds.
Okay.
Excellent. Now I added a feed. I made a feed which is tricky with this, you know, YouTube 2.0 or whatever. But I got the feed into Post Planner, so it pulled, like, I picked the post production videos, and I actually added all the fun stuff. It worked one time, but then when I return back, then it says it doesn't like me anymore. So if I memorize the feed, like, I can, you know, stick that in a Post Planner each time, but it seems like it doesn't like the YouTube feed directly. But that makes sense if you said you're still improving.
Deborah, just so you know, that's totally YouTube. YouTube really broke their whole API with the RSS feed. It's causing me all kinds of headaches too. So there's a workaround for it, and then sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay, I was going to say I should send over what I found, because the new one does work, the new workaround, and I just figured out yesterday as far as the actual like playlist. So sorry, Josh, just a little.
No, I was talking about actually uploading a video, and I'm hoping that the videos we will even be able to post to Twitter videos. I know I'm asking for a lot.
Oh no, we want to do the same. We want to help you find videos and help you publish them in an optimized way. Just like I was talking about, being able to optimize your tweets for images. We want to be able to, like, we're all about post optimization. We want to help you find amazing content, but we also want to help you, create posts in such a way that they're optimized for engagement and reach.
Okay,
So we're all
great.
about that every day.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Excellent. Hey, Josh, want to share a little bit as far as these stats? Because I think that's and we talked about that in the last interview, how important that is, that it's not just, hey, here's a suggested post, but this is how well it's done already.
Yeah, totally. I mean, for me, that's the most important kind of component, the kind of secret sauce of Post Planner, is that we helped you predict. So, it's one of the hardest things you can do in social media is predict how well something's going to perform. I always say it's as hard as picking stocks, right? Like, how hard it is to go into the stock market and pick a stock and make money off of it. So it's kind of the same way with social media posts. You think, you create a post and you think that this is really going to be the one that goes off, and it just doesn't do anything. And then you post another one and you just think it's kind of average and it just goes crazy. It's very unpredictable. So, what we've tried to do is make it predictable by allowing our users to kind of gauge past performance and then predict, how well something's going to perform based on how it's performed in the past. We see all social media posts as experiments with data. So every single thing that's ever posted on Facebook, we see that as an experiment with results, and the results are the engagement numbers. So if we can take all those experiments and put them in front of you inside a Post Planner and show you all the results of the experiments, then you can just repeat the experiments. And this is what people are doing. Like I mentioned Kim Garst earlier. She'll come into Viral Photos. She has a bunch of feeds in there. She'll search through there. She'll find an image with a quote on it that has like outperformed, right? Has 5-star rating, has tons of shares. So she sees that and she thinks, okay, this is an experiment that has been run on an audience, on a sample of people, and it has performed well to a sample of thousands of people. Therefore, if I take this same quote and I put it on another image and I make the design even better, then chances are this is going to outperform on my page as well. The experiment will be repeated. So that's what we're all about, is making things predictable. And that's why we try to include data and star ratings with all the content in our app.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a great idea about that too, and the advantage for people like me and Deborah who are using Post Planner. When Facebook changes their whatever, because they're always changing and tweaking, we'll kind of have a heads up before it starts showing up in all the articles all over the place. Because when we're in Post Planner, we'll see that, it'll fluctuate because you guys are so on top of the data, and I love that.
Oh, Eileen, I love you. You just
Okay.
You just sell my app for me, It's like I couldn't have put it better myself. I mean, that's exactly it. Like I always say that Facebook's algorithm changes are we're neutral on that, because whatever, it's already baked into our algorithm. So whatever Facebook gives more reach to, whether it's links this month or photos the next month, or maybe videos the next month, whatever is doing well on Facebook, that's exactly what we'll show you. So Facebook's changes are baked right into our app, so we just don't even worry about them.
Yeah, that's great.
Good point. I don't know if it's allowed. I tried something today, and I won't know until the end of the day to see how well it did. But I took one of the posts. I think it was like lead generation. It had a little Mario picture on it. I probably like the picture more than the article. But anyway, I made an ad out of it. I was just curious how well, because it's actually something that was recommended in Post Planner, so you guys get credit. But I was just curious, like mixing it up a little bit. I don't know if that's something you recommend. Obviously, the idea is to grow your audience without having to pay money for ads. Facebook, you didn't hear me say that. So go give the money to Post Planner instead.
Right.
No, I mean, Facebook ads serve a great purpose. You never want to give up on those, because they're what help you like target really, in a focused way. When you share viral photos via Post Planner and you get a lot of reach and you get a lot of engagement, that's great, and you'll probably reap a lot of new fans. But those fans are coming from a lot of different places, and it's more of a big swath of people rather than a really laser targeted swath of people. So you want to go viral with your images and get fans that way, but at the same time you also should be using Facebook ads to really hyper target the kind of people that you want as fans, because those are actually going to be the kind of people who share your stuff with the right kind of people as well, which will grow your business even more. So I definitely, we want to help people get results without having to spend too much money, but I would never recommend people to just give up on Facebook ads, because they're a super powerful tool to grow your business.
What a great way to put it, and I'm sure Facebook loves you. nice synergistic in there. Which, by the way, you brought up a great segue as far as pricing. I usually try not to get overly into the pricing because I know that could change. People are watching this in the future, but I really like that there's an option for even someone to get involved for free or $7. I thought it was like 30 or something when I first got involved with Post Planner. You can tell how much I loved you even back then. And I love the annual price breaks too. But I mean, people can actually start with Post Planner at a very reasonable rate.
Oh, totally. We just barely in the last couple months released a kind of low cost plan, which we call our Love plan. It's $9 a month. If you go annual, then it's only $7 a month, and there's some coupons out there that you can even take it down to $5, so you can get the whole year for $60. And you have full access to the content. You can post to 2 profiles, I believe it is, 2 or 5. Actually, it's 5. So you can post to 5 of your Facebook pages, get full access to the content, and for $5 a month, which is a major steal.
That is major,
and well worth it.
Yeah.
So I have another question for you, Josh. Do you have any other integrations coming down the pike? Like
any other inspirations?
Perhaps integrations like Pinterest, maybe, or.
Yeah, we're working on both integrations for content, and Pinterest is definitely one we very much are working on. And then we're also looking to add more publishing capabilities. So we're trying to add Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest. But those networks are ever more. It's kind of a higher wall to get in there. So you gotta apply to certain ones, and it's not totally in our hands. But you can trust that we're doing everything we can to increase our publishing capabilities and our integrations as far as content. So, but Pinterest, yes, we're really because Pinterest is such a huge well of amazing content with a lot of data. So it would provide a lot of those experiments that I mentioned earlier. So we're definitely working on that, Eileen.
Okay, great.
Excellent. Well, Josh, we've loved having you on Social Cafe and, of course, on WebTools TV before. So anyone watching this, you'll have to check out the interview with Josh. It's at webtoolstv.com, and you'll find a bunch of interviews there. I'm sorry, one with Josh, but a bunch of other ones there. Josh, how do people find you?
You can go to postplanner.com /blog to check out all of our awesome content. If you want to really reach out to me direct, you can do that on Twitter. I'm at YesSayer, and you can also hit us at postplanner.
Excellent. And Eileen, go ahead and let people know how to find you as well. You're a celebrity.
Well, you know what? Because I mentioned the YouTube videos, I'm just going to say go over to YouTube and just search for Eileen, and it's ILEANE. One more time, ILEANE. And when you go over there, you'll see all the tutorials that I've done, and you can search for the ones I've done for Post Planner.
Awesome.
Excellent. I'll look those up and add them to the description so people can go right to them.
I'll send you links over, Deb. Thank you so much.
And thanks, Josh, for joining us. Really appreciate having you here.
Hey, I love being here. Thanks so much for having me on. Awesome to meet you finally, Eileen. And Deb, always a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you.
Great.
And thanks all for tuning in. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Remember, the new time, Thursday at 3 p.m. PDT or PSD, depending on what time of the year, and 6 p.m. EST EDT. I'm way too anal about time zones. Thanks all.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.